"Oh dear, is Francesca quite well? She simply needed a moment, as do I, and I should like to use that moment to dance with my beautiful wife. Please enjoy yourselves." Interference. Are love and art destined to meet in the next chapter of Bridgerton as the tantalizing world of Regency romance unfolds? One question lingers. Will Benedict Bridgerton finally find his muse amidst the societal constraints of the ton? Seasons 1 and 2 have dropped hints about Benedict's journey to meet his love. You can see him evolving, especially with his art and his views on high society. Let's delve into it. Eloise and Benedict's talk in Bridgerton Season 1 inspired him to discard the ton. So when Benedict shared his thoughts about Sir Granville's painting, it got him thinking about how accepted artistic pursuits are within high society. Then, Eloise's conversation with him really lit a fire under him to pursue art actively. She challenged him about burning his sketches, which made Benedict realize the different opportunities he and Eloise have based on their gender, like how he could openly study art while she'd have to be sneaky to pursue writing. "I have heard you, in my mama's ball last season, telling everyone how you would never, ever court Penelope Featherington." Their chat also reminded him of meeting Sir Granville back in Season 1, Episode 3, which pushed him to look for a new way to fit into high society's rules. But here's the twist. Benedict doesn't find love within high society's boundaries like his siblings do in the books. Nope. His love story with Sophie kicks off at a Bridgerton masquerade ball where he's completely clueless about her true identity. The next time they meet, he's far from London, and she's working as a maid at a party he attends. Falling for Sophie throws Benedict for a loop because she's not a part of high society due to being the Earl of Penwood's illegitimate daughter. So, unlike his siblings, Benedict faces a unique challenge in his quest for love. Sir Granville showed Benedict the second-born's lifestyle he'll choose. Benedict's eyes were open to a whole new way of living within high society when he met the painter. He finally felt comfortable admitting his passion for painting and actively worked on improving his skills, all thanks to Sir Granville's influence. Granville showed Benedict that he could pursue his art and live by his own set of rules, even while rubbing shoulders with the ton at society events. Although Benedict's lifestyle in An Offer from a Gentleman contrasts with Granville's, with fewer parties and a preference for country living where he can paint in peace, Granville's introduction to a more liberated way of life still had a profound impact on him. As early as Season 1, this could mean that Season 3 might continue to explore Benedict's place outside of traditional high society, especially given Sophie's background. Benedict's love interest can dissipate his artistic obstacles. At the end of Season 2, Benedict's confidence takes a hit when he discovers that Anthony essentially bought his way into the royal schools. This revelation stings because Benedict has always doubted his own talent. However, Sophie sees him for more than just his Bridgerton name. In An Offer from a Gentleman, she's the only one he trusts enough to show his sketches to. Throughout Seasons 1 and 2, Benedict struggles with self-doubt about his art, mirroring his journey in the books. But when Sophie enters the picture, whether it's in Season 3 or beyond, she could be just the boost Benedict needs to regain confidence in his artistic abilities, much like she does in the book. Sir Granville's challenge in Season 1 already predicted Benedict's future. In Bridgerton Season 1, Episode 7, Sir Granville and Benedict had a heart-to-heart where Sir Granville challenged Benedict to live outside the traditional expectations of society. However, while characters like Weatherby and Sir and Lady Granville embraced this challenge fully, Benedict mostly just talked about it. In the Bridgerton books, Benedict's decision to not marry before Sophie and to marry her, a maid, doesn't exactly shake up high society's norms. However, it does mean he chooses to live outside of polite society's confines, spending most of his time at his countryside home with Sophie, who happens to be the illegitimate daughter of an earl. Sure, Benedict's choice might not be as radical as Granville's unconventional marriage arrangement, but it still takes him and Sophie away from the usual ton gatherings and expectations. Will Emery's club only raise Benedict's interest in those outside the ton? In Bridgerton Season 2, Benedict is one of the first to visit Will Emery's club, where he expresses his wholehearted support for someone who has worked his way up in the world, just as Mander did. Even though Benedict is accepted into the academy shortly after spending time at Aubrey Hall, he spends the rest of the season shuttling between the Bridgerton residence and the academy. His admiration for Emery's accomplishments hints at how his story might unfold in the season following Season 3. Sophie, despite being the daughter of the Earl of Penwood, spends most of her time working, and is even exploited when she works for the Earl's new wife. When Benedict meets Sophie in An Offer from a Gentleman, he finds her serving as a maid at the Cavender's household. Benedict and Eloise already hold some members of the working class in higher esteem than the ton. In Bridgerton Seasons 1 and 2, Benedict's admiration for Emerie's journey suggests that he might be more understanding of Sophie's perspective when he falls for her. A significant storyline in An Offer from a Gentleman involves Sophie refusing to be Benedict's mistress because of her past. Benedict's existing respect for those who work for a living hints that he may be closer to understanding Sophie when he eventually meets her after the events of Season 3. Benedict's anxiety about the Academy proved art mattered more than the ton. At the heart of Benedict's book, An Offer from a Gentleman, lies his burning desire to prove himself. From the very start of the story, Benedict is frustrated by the Tun's habit of reducing him to merely Bridgerton number 2. He's keenly aware of how people overlook his individuality and identity beyond his family name. This is precisely why he's so captivated by Sophie. She sees him for who he truly is, not just as another Bridgerton. Benedict's decision to walk away from the Academy at the end of Season 2 is a clear indication that he isn't satisfied with merely being there. He craves the opportunity to establish himself as a true artist. It's a major hint at the central theme of his book, his relentless pursuit to prove himself through his artistic passion. Anthony's duty reminded Benedict he didn't make the most of his interests. The failure of Anthony and Yue's wedding not only deeply affected the eldest Bridgerton sibling, but it also struck a chord with Benedict. Anthony struggled with his duty as the head of the family, served as a reminder to Benedict that being the second-born doesn't exempt him from responsibilities. At the same time, it made Benedict realize that he hadn't been fully utilizing the freedom he had to pursue his artistic passions at the Academy. Learning that Anthony had to make a donation for Benedict to secure a place at the Academy added another layer of doubt to Benedict's confidence in his artistic pursuits. This sets the stage for Benedict's future struggle with self-assurance in his talent beyond Season 3. Benedict always supported his family, but they didn't believe in his art. The revelation about how Benedict secured his spot at the royal schools was a hard truth for him to swallow. Throughout Seasons 1 and 2, Benedict consistently showed his unwavering support for his family, whether it was helping Anthony realize the toll of his duty or standing by Eloise's side regardless of her involvement with Lady Whistledown. However, the realization that Anthony had to make a donation for Benedict's place at the Academy hit Benedict hard. He couldn't shake the feeling that his brother's actions implied a lack of belief in his artistic talent and that he hadn't truly earned his spot. This revelation sets the stage for Benedict's future storyline whenever Bridgerton decides to delve into it. It's a major hint at the internal struggle he'll face, grappling with his confidence in his art and feeling unworthy of his place at the royal schools. Well, that's it for today. For now, make sure that you like our video. Please share your views in the comments section with us, subscribe to the channel to get updated, and do not forget to hit the bell icon to never miss an update. Thanks for watching the video, and we'll see you at the next one. Thanks for watching.